for roughly 4.5 hours of just sitting right there, going through every single piece of data, all income data. Every dollar has to be accumulated. And I almost had forgotten about this one little thing, and I was like, oh shit, got to make sure that that's on there. Got to have every dollar accounted for. And then I was doing all the expensing and everything. And, you got to account for every bill it just so happens last year with inflation and everything, a lot of stuff has Ruffian Forever. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm talking about what happened last night. He's being ridiculous. Anyway, so I'm going through all this data. Last year, there's a lot of things that changed because of inflation. Inflation hit bad last year, and a lot of my bills went up. Like, for example, my condo dues went up. My health insurance went up. Oh my God, cost of electricity and gas and water all went way up last year. Like, spiked. And it was funny because I was looking at pricing, and it's like, actually, my use went down. My electricity use and heat, like last year, I used less heat and electricity than the year before, but my bills went up because of inflation. So, and by the way, this is everyone in the United States. If you're not in the United States, I don't know if it's affected you as badly, but everyone's been feeling the crunch. So, I had to go through all of that, and I had to change every, usually it's almost the same thing every month. Now I have to go through and manually change every piece of data or whatever. It's a lot of work. So basically after, doing this for like 4.5, 5 hours, my back is killing me, and it is today. Like, it's not my lower back, which I used to have my injury in. Now it's my upper back, and I've been telling you guys the last couple of years that I have been aggravating my upper back a bit. And it's usually not through like heavy lifting. It's usually just, I guess, from like sitting kind of uncomfortably, which is weird. This chair is very comfortable. This chair gives me full lumbar support and a cushion on my upper back as well, which I can adjust. If ever I wanted to like lean back even more and just relax, I could do that. So this chair is pretty good. No, Vuik says, well, couldn't you have rolled this chair over? This chair has no wheels. This chair is on a round base, solid base. It doesn't adjust height, and it doesn't move. So I would have had to like rearrange my entire office for a few hours and then rearrange it back, which probably would have aggravated my back regardless, moving chairs around. You see, I had to lift them and everything. So, no, I was the chair's already over there. I'm going to use what's over there, right? So, anyway, yeah. So my back today, just to forewarn everyone, it hurts. I was trying to sleep last night, and sleeping in certain positions hurt too. So, just to forewarn you, I'm hoping that it won't affect anything in my gameplay or my demeanor today. But when you're in pain, and it sucks. It's not like bad pain, but if I move a little, it's like, shit. Now it's got to kind of like hopefully adjust and feel better. In fact, maybe I can decompress. Yeah. That feels good already. Decompressing the back. When basically you put all the weight on your arms and you allow gravity to pull your spine down and separate, your discs and take some of the strain off of them. It feels good already. Just doing this, it actually feels quite good. So there you go. But anyway, just understand, today I'm in a little pain, I might be a little grumpy, and I'm playing Wolong. It's like, oh God, right? It just compounds the stress, compounds the annoyance. The good news is, because we're at the end of the game, maybe it won't be that big of a deal. Maybe I won't be that freaked out. I don't know. But anyway, so the good news is, and I said this in the daily wrap last night, but I'll say it again, is that I got all the data crunching done and everything is submitted. Now, that doesn't mean that I won't need to do more work. It basically means that at this point, I feel the whole nights off to work on this are done. I had to take 3 nights off this month. The initial work was done the first night. The last week it was patron videos that I had to do, private reacts. And now, I had to do this again this week, but I think we're done. And I will address this because every year people say the same thing. My dad even says the same thing, okay? Phil, you operate your own business. Why aren't you tracking all of this data along the year? Well, first of all, income data, it doesn't even make sense to do that because your income data comes in after the fact. Like, for example, how would I have known what I made the entire month until a few days after the month when all those numbers are tallied up, right? So it's really not possible. But you might say, what about expenses? Well, fair enough. Every single day, if I was tracking every dollar spent on anything, that would make it a little easier. I wouldn't have to crunch it all and go through all these statements. I'll give you a perfect example of that, all right? So last night, I'm going through everything, and I have to accumulate all the stuff that I've spent. And one of the things is Nintendo games on the Switch. And I'm trying to think in my head, so what Nintendo games did I play last year? Well, there was Kirby, There was Pokemon, obviously, and maybe one or two others. Not too many Nintendo games, right? So I go into my Nintendo account, which I use every single year. It always has all the data I need. I go in there. There's no purchase history. I was like, what happened? Where is it? Nintendo, for some reason, erased purchase history. So I can't see any of the games I bought. I'm like, what the hell? And it's not like my account wasn't compromised or anything. Everything's still fine. But there's just no purchase history anymore. Right? Like, okay. So now what do I do? Well, I guess I got to figure this out, like, manually. So I'm going through, like, everything. I'm going through, okay, my PayPal account, my bank account. I'm searching for the term Nintendo. Well, maybe it didn't have the word Nintendo in it. Maybe it had the name of the game. You know, that's what I mean. That stuff is really effing annoying, okay? It's really, really annoying. But at the same time, you got to think of it this way, okay? I work 6 days a week full time. I enter this office around 10 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Pacific time every morning. I'm literally in here running a stream all day long till 4:30-ish p.m. because after I'm done with the stream at 4, I got to upload and get all that done and set up the next stream. All right? Between streams, I'm eating, I'm doing other things, showering, you know, spending time with my family, cleaning the house, doing stuff like that. I'm right back to a late stream between 6:30 p.m. I'm in this office. The stream starts around 6:45. I'm in here most nights until like 10:30 p.m. So I'm in this office from 10 a.m. to like 10:30 p.m. with no real time to do anything. So if now, we should just keep track of everything daily. Okay, so I'm going to be in here till what, midnight? Where every night I got to remember if anything went down. Did I buy a new game? Was there a bill that cleared today? And I have to account for every dollar every day. I'd be like, I would never be done. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you going to do? And plus, the thing is, at least now doing it like this, I'm fully dedicated to doing it, as opposed to if I was doing it every day. You know, if I remember, I would account, and then some days I probably wouldn't. And that's how you make mistakes. Seriously. That's how you make mistakes. Okay? So, anyway. My hand is itching now. That's not good. I should not be scratching it. Remember, I have the freaking hand issue. Should not be scratching my hands. It's starting to itch now. It's not good. Anyway. It's a pain in the butt. And, I got it all done. There may be future things I need to do. Usually, I do get further questions. Usually, I do. There'll be a few more questions that I need to answer or a little bit more data I need to provide before, you know, the tax stuff can be filed. But it's looking like I got the major brunt of it done. And fingers crossed,